Never, ever, ever limit yourself in any way. Hey, it's Andrew, otherwise known as the guy who wrote the last Law of Attraction book you'll ever need to read, coming at you with day 96 out of 100 consecutive days of new content uploaded to this YouTube channel. I really hope you've been enjoying it, and if you want to support my work in this regard, I've got a page set up at buymeacoffee.com where you can buy me a coffee or two or whatever, or you can just as easily hit the like button on this video. Even that in and of itself would be a huge support for me, and I truly appreciate it. And also, I just want to make sure to remind you to stick around to the end of this video where I have a thought of the day that I've specially prepared for this content, for the topic that I'm covering today, that I really hope will serve you and help you manifest more easily in your life. So you've got that to look forward to at the end of this video. But first, let's dive into the content of the day. You know, we often hear about how you're not supposed to limit yourself and how you've got so much potential and all these different things. And they are true, but we hear them so often from so many different sources that don't really back them up with anything that they often get lost in the shuffle. They often get lost in the noise, and more often than not, we find ourselves leaning more towards negative thoughts, thoughts of fear, thoughts of lack, thoughts of limitation. And you really want to be extremely cognizant of this because, you know, it does sound cliche, but you do have so much potential that you don't even realize. You know, I'll give you a quick example here. I know a lot of people, they want to win the lottery, and you know what? That's all well and good, and it's certainly possible. Again, we're not limiting ourselves here. But have you ever stopped and considered that maybe your pathway to riches, your pathway to abundance, is through creating something that serves a lot more people, that brings you a lot of fortune? Have you ever stopped and considered that maybe there's a certain endeavor that you want to engage in, that the universe wants you to engage in, that's going to bring you a lot of value, but also make other people's lives so much better? And it doesn't have to be like a self-improvement thing. It could be simply something like a product or a service that makes life more convenient, that makes life easier, that makes life more enjoyable for them. Again, the limits are endless. There are limitless possibilities here. There's no end in sight to what you can actually do. And I'll give you an example here. You know, I like to surround myself with enterprising people, with ambitious people, with people that really, again, they're always looking to do something more, something better, something at a higher level. And one of the ways in which I do that is right now I'm in a group of entrepreneurs that we're just, you know, working on different business skills and working on growing what we're doing in our own businesses and our own lives. And the person heading up the group, I'm going to be very careful about, you know, sharing details here because some of this is like intellectual property stuff and I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. But basically, while we were on a group call, on a whim, out of the blue, he created a toy company for himself in just 1 hour. He actually started the toy company. And what I mean by that is he took an idea, he wrote up an ad for it, and then in the midst of doing that, in the midst of like putting out this ad or creating this ad that he's going to use to crowdfund and to get income and get capital for this endeavor, he also at the same time found someone to manufacture the prototypes for him. And by the way, it turns out that this person is not only able to manufacture the prototypes, but if he decides to move forward with actual production, this person that he found can help in that regard as well. So again, we were just sitting there watching as he shared his screen, as he wrote up the ad, as he addressed all the reasons and all the ins and outs of what was going to happen. And here's a really cool thing. This toy company, or really, you know, this toy that's heading up the toy company, was inspired by something that his daughter was playing with, where she basically used her imagination to turn one toy into something completely different. And he thought to himself, wow, this captures imagination. This is great for kids. Maybe this is something worth looking into where I can take my daughter's inspiration and basically her ideas and the way she's playing with something naturally, the way she's just being in the moment. Maybe I can take that and I can use that to help other parents and entertain other children in a nice, healthy and abundant and wonderful way. And this was just such a wonderful experience for me to be sitting there watching this live as he did it, because I was floored. I was absolutely floored by what he was doing. And here I am, the person telling you not to limit yourself. I was also floored by this because just like you, I need to remind myself. I need to be reminded that there are endless possibilities, that limitations don't really exist in the way that we think they do, that they are not as valid as we allow them to be in our own perception of reality. They're not really there. They're not really getting in our way the way we are allowing them to. We're the only limit. We're the only thing that's stopping ourselves. And again, you can just as easily start a toy company in 1 hour. Or, just like me, you could write a book in 9.5 weeks, something that most people say would be impossible. And, this is a 200+ page book written in 9.5 weeks that sold at this point probably close to 75,000 copies. I don't watch the numbers very closely until after the fact, so maybe it has passed 75,000. It's definitely past 73,000, I know that, but you can do that. You could write a book in 9.5 weeks and have it reach thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of people on the way to reaching hundreds of thousands and ideally millions of people. There are no limits. There's nothing stopping you from creating something, from doing something amazing with your life that's going to help so many other people and to be fulfilled and fueled by it. Like this book, the work I'm doing with this book, the work that I'm sharing on this YouTube channel, the emails I get from people, this fills me up. And, if you asked me years ago, even after I discovered and understood the power of the law of attraction, if a few years ago you asked me if I would be doing this, I wouldn't say that it's impossible. I just would not have seen it to be something that would be my life. And it's not because I thought I wasn't able to do it. It didn't seem that it was in the cards. It was not in the cards until I made the decision, until I said, you know what? I am giving myself permission to finally write this book in this way that's going to address a lot of things that I've seen never addressed in any other book out there. And again, maybe other books have addressed it. I just haven't seen it. So I gave myself permission. I made the choice. I'm going to make a difference. And this is how I'm receiving abundance. I'm receiving abundance in many other ways, but this is one of those wonderful vehicles by which I'm doing it. And certainly, as I think about it, the most fulfilling. So whether it's writing a book in 9.5 weeks that helps people and really makes significant value in their lives, or it's starting a toy company in an hour, or anything else, you have limitless possibilities. Don't limit yourself. Understand you have the ability to do this. The only thing stopping you is you. And I know that's coming, I sound like really, motivational speaker right now, and that's really not my style, honestly. But it's such a valid thing. It's such an important message. And it's really something that once you allow yourself to receive that message, you're going to be blown away by what you do. That's when something is going to come to you, some idea, some inspiration, something that really lights you up. And there's going to be this glimmer of, a possibility and a question of, do I do this or not? And it's in the decision to actually lean in that and try it and just see how it feels to even begin the process of doing it. That's where the magic will truly unfold for you. So comment below right now. I am no longer limiting myself in any way. Comment that below. I'm no longer limiting myself in any way, because now is the time to make a brand new choice, a brand new decision, and go in a brand new direction. And by the way, in terms of making money, it doesn't mean you're not going to win the lotto, but if you do, that doesn't mean you can't still write that book or start that toy company or anything else. It doesn't mean that you still can't engage with the world and add value and kind of put that effort in, put that energy into something, put that focus into something. Again, there are no limits to this. So comment that below or any other positive comment, and that'll get you entered into this month's contest where one lucky winner will walk away with Gravity of the Cosmos, my advanced level, full immersion guided program for manifesting your every desire through the law of attraction. And you can learn more about the program by going to gravityofthecosmos.com, where I've got a free training on 3 secrets for manifesting your desires faster than you ever thought possible. Or you can just as easily check out my book, The Last Law of Attraction Book You'll Ever Need to Read, which has a link to special bonuses, one of which includes the first few days of Gravity of the Cosmos, free of charge, so you can try before you buy. And you can very easily check out my book on Amazon by going to lastlawofattractionbook.com. And on that note, before I go into the final thought of the day, I want to share a really awesome review that I got from a reader recently. So today's spotlight feedback, a 5-star rave review. This was left by Andrew Booker on January 14, 2021, with the subject heading, "The Golden Goose Has Been Found." And it reads, "I absolutely love the practical methods this book offers, and the bonuses definitely add whipped cream and a cherry on top. If you aspire to achieve big, big dreams someday, then this book is for you." Andrew, thank you so much. I am floored by that review. I am so grateful for you finding the book and leaving that kind of feedback. I'm so happy that you enjoyed the book that much, and really just thank you for being you and leaving that review. I appreciate you. And now, as promised, today's thought of the day, this is actually from Michael Jordan. And this was actually the go-away line at his Hall of Fame induction speech back in 2009. And basically what Michael Jordan had to say here, and I think we all know that Michael Jordan knows a little bit of something about achieving in life and succeeding. And Michael Jordan had this to say: the thought of the day is never say never, because limits, like fears, are often just an illusion. Hoping that really resonates with you, especially in light of what I've given you today in today's content, and I'm really hoping you enjoyed today's content. And if you did, do me a favor and smash that like button and be back for tomorrow, where I've got day 97, 97 days out of 100 consecutive days of new content published to this YouTube channel. I've got something really special in store for you. So thank you so much for watching today, and I will look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.